My name's José Rodríguez and I'm the Managing Director of Visiting Angels Barnet Enfield. So let me start off by saying, you should not need to compromise, whether it's you or a loved one's quality of life, due to poor care. Care should fit in with your own desires and not the other way round. It's an important point to note. Many people feel obliged or privileged to have care without realising it should be on your own terms. However, let's just caveat this just a little. Reablement care, or free care, does come with compromises, but even though it shouldn't hamper your quality of life, whether it's paid for or not. I don't cover reablement in this talk, but I will talk about it on another post. Another caveat just to clear up, prices. The lower the cost of care doesn't necessarily offer the worst care. Just as much as the higher the hourly rate, it doesn't necessarily provide you with the best care. So you'll need to see what works for you, but certainly you do generally get what you pay for.
What does bad care look like?
Time flex. Carers that arrive within a 2-hour window rather than at a specific time. That means they rarely arrive at the time that you want them to. And that's not with any consideration to your loved one's needs or desires. That is bad care. Bad care is not completing the complete time slot. An hour call should be an hour call. A half an hour call should be a half an hour call. Leaving early is a sign of bad care. Not going above and beyond and doing the bare minimum rather than looking out for what extras could be done to support that person. Not engaging or staying to chat and to communicate. Companionship is as important as personal care, and any carer that misses that shouldn't be in the care business. A carer that fails to make a client feel safe or comfortable in their own home. If a carer's on the phone, frequently making a call whilst not giving their 100% attention on the times of the care call, that's bad care. A carer that fails to report back any signs or health concerns, whether it's to head office, to that person's doctor directly, or to the family, that's bad care. Carers that miss obvious signs or concerns altogether, pressure sores, infections, changing behaviour, that's bad care. And likewise, care agencies or carers that do not want to work in homes with cameras in their house and maybe even have it stipulated in their contracts. Either they don't trust their staff or the training that they provide, but it is not a good sign. They should have nothing to hide. Caregivers that cross boundaries. Any carer, with or without intention, leaves you or a loved one with a guilt trip about their own personal life or woes, or is perhaps oversharing. They're missing the point of what they're actually there for. And in fact, I find it really common that many clients might feel guilty about seeking better care because of such guilt trips, even though the care is substandard and not to what that person wants. Finally, and obviously, carers or agencies that have poorly trained staff that aren't even up to date with the standards that we all are governed by.
What does good care look like?
Certainly a carer or an agency that comes with strong quality recruitment policy, that's seeking good quality staff, that have a vast amount of empathy, love, and be able to put their client at ease and make them feel safe in their own home. An agency or a carer that is matched as best as possible to the client's needs, their personality, after an extensive care assessment. What else does good care look like? That the staff have a high standard of training and competency, that they have a great retention of staff to ensure continuity of care and knowledge growth amongst their teams, and a familiar face for yourself or for that loved one, rather than a revolving door of different people. Certainly at Visiting Angels, we invite to interview on average 1 out of 60 CVs to join our team. What else does good care look like? Well, certainly arriving at a specific time. I think it's generally agreed that all people can run late. A 15-minute window is reasonable, but if you're running more than that, longer than that, the office or the carer should call to let you know that they're running late, rather than a 2-hour window. A good care or care company should complete the allotted time of the care call. They shouldn't leave early, unless you tell them to go, because everything's been done and you're quite happy for not to have a chat at time. Equally, if a carer does finish early, they should stay, have a cuppa, have a chat, do the washing up, whatever they might spot or need that might support that person, whilst they maybe have a chat with them. Going above and beyond, whether it is to pick up your meds between appointments, call the doctor, post a letter, pick up shopping, give you a choice of breakfast. Going above and beyond is really looking out to do some things that really pleases and are added value to your client or your loved ones. Client focus, what good care looks like. Well, from arrival until departure, their attention, their love and warmth and smile of the carer should be focused on you, the client, not on their phone, not on the other carer that might be visiting at the same time. Outcomes, a good carer or good agency should aim or focus to take delight in improving your life with some outcomes that have been agreed. Whatever that might mean. It might mean someone wants to make it to the garden for the summer because they haven't managed to get out of bed, or to get them to the shops, or to shower with confidence in their own home. Whatever that may be, the focus on that should be in their care plan, and we should all be working together and aim for that success or for that outcome. That's what good care looks like. What about the carer's focus? Certainly, equally, the carer should be working towards those agreed goals and outcomes for the client, and all under the umbrella of supporting and maintaining their independence. A good carer is like a detective. They're looking for any signs or threats to their client's health, and they report it back to the office so we can action or talk to the family, and to avoid things getting worse. Finally, general all good round feeling that you're not alone is what you should be leaving, or a good agent should be leaving the client and their family support network with, is that they're not alone. That your care is someone that has their best or your best interest at heart, with offering bucket loads of empathy and love, and that they have happily got your back and are there to solve your problems. They are part of the family, they are part of your support network. That's what good care should look like.
What would you say to anyone that is receiving bad care?
If anyone is receiving the care that resembles more of the bad care comparisons, and you're paying for it, then you really need to change companies or carers, or both. Many will fear change and will not want to complain, but will stick with what they have, which unfortunately could impact on their mental well-being and accelerate rather than slow down their deterioration and lead to an increase in care. So think wisely and understand that if you're not happy or something doesn't feel right, then it probably isn't. Make the last quarter of you or your loved one's life be on your terms, as long and as per your wishes. You may wish to consider my next video on re-enablement to understand why I caveated that care from this list. Certainly worth understanding. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to take a look at any of my other posts or videos, whether it be on this channel, or on my website, or on our Facebook group, that you might find interesting or useful when you're making some decisions about care. Thank you very much.